Sylvester Robert Foley Jr. was born to Gladys and Sylvester Robert in Manchester, New Hampshire on September 19, 1928. His father was a Navy corpsman who raised Bob and his brother Paul in a Navy environment and was often deployed throughout the Pacific prior to World War II. From his family's Navy influence, Bob developed a strong desire to attend the Naval Academy and fly. When he received his acceptance to the Academy, he gave up his spot at Yale and headed straight for Annapolis, where he achieved solid academic performance and played JV football and track. The Lucky Bag noted his cosmopolitan interest and magnetic friendliness marked Bob as one with a most promising future. After graduating in 1950, Bob completed flight training and tested aircraft and carrier suitability trials. He continued a career path, assuming leadership roles in 7 operational commands, as well as shore assignments with high-level political visibility. 1966 marked the first of 3 deployments during the Vietnam conflict, commanding air squadrons and carriers. During the second deployment, his wingman was downed and Bob led a successful rescue mission. In 1967, Bob was aboard USS Forrestal during the fire that claimed 120 lives. He assisted in damage control and cleanup as the flames subsided. Between tours, he attended the Naval and Air War Colleges and earned a graduate degree in international affairs from George Washington University. After his 3rd deployment to Vietnam, Bob successfully planned and carried out the challenge of preparing his ship, USS Midway, to home port in Yokosuka, Japan, a first for a U.S. carrier. Afterward, he served in command and high-level leadership positions in the Pacific Fleet and the Pentagon. As Vice Admiral, he commanded the 7th Fleet during a period of tense relations with the Soviet Union. While serving as Deputy Chief of Naval Operations for Plans, Policy, and Operations, he led negotiations with Allied forces to boost global maritime cooperation. As commander of the Pacific Fleet, Admiral and Mrs. Foley hosted the Queen of England during a visit to San Diego following the Falklands War. During his distinguished career, he was awarded 3 Navy Distinguished Service Medals, the Legion of Merit, a Distinguished Flying Cross, and a Bronze Star, among numerous other decorations, including the French Legion of Honor, which is rarely awarded to Americans. After retirement in 1985, Bob continued his service to our nation as Assistant Secretary of Energy with responsibility for oversight management of the United States nuclear stockpile. He joined Raytheon Company in 1991 and led divisions responsible for Asian operations, where he was credited for enabling the Japanese Navy to use Aegis in its fleet. After retirement from Raytheon in 1999, he joined President George W. Bush's Energy Transition Team as a consultant with the Departments of Defense and Energy. His experience with defense and nuclear programs led to his appointment as Vice President for Laboratory Management in the Office of the University of California President, where he had responsibility for Los Alamos, Lawrence Livermore, and Lawrence Berkeley laboratories. Bob's contributions to the Naval Academy started in 1956, when, as an instructor of seamanship and navigation, he formed the first YP Squadron. Now, Bob is a life member of the Alumni Association and a donor to the President's Circle. He has also supported the Academy in panel discussions and through the Class of 1950 Museum Endowment Fund. Bob and his late wife Kathleen are parents of 4 children and 10 grandchildren. His daughter Maureen, 2 grandchildren, and his younger brother have also graduated from the Naval Academy. Looking back on his career, Admiral Foley says his most meaningful accomplishment was assuming command of the Pacific Fleet with his father in attendance, 40 years after his father survived the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. He is also grateful to be the first in his family to attend college, setting a new family tradition, which has been followed by his children and grandchildren. Admiral Sylvester R. Foley Jr., whose patriotism, infectious enthusiasm, and devotion to duty have marked him as a valuable leader and servant of our nation.